Hi there, welcome to Algorand Wyckoff technical analysis session, and we'll quickly dive into both the weekly and daily chart and see where Algorand is heading and is really getting very close to a breakout scenario after a squeeze has gathered sufficient force, and now is the time. So this is the weekly chart, and previously we draw this downward channel box. It's no longer relevant now because after this, the movement of last week and this week, this has clearly confirmed that this downtrend is not valid, and it's going a bit sideways between the green key level of 24 cents as well as the light blue key level of 29 cents. Currently, if we switch on the Bollinger Band and Corner Squeeze, a squeeze hasn't happened for the weekly chart yet, because the squeeze back in June, the energy has been released during the July upthrust or the surge. Now it's still consolidating. If it doesn't make a big price move in the next 2 weeks, and other squeeze may happen, and that may be an indication for the bigger price move towards the new distribution cycle in that case. But then the lines are close enough now that I would consider that move would happen anytime starting from now. So if that really is the case, so very soon we'll see the PSY happening and eventually the buying climax. The possibility of going towards the second test in the accumulation cycle, I would say it has dropped to 10% now. Towards the upside is more like 90% as of this moment, according to what I see from the chart. That's the big picture view. The volume selling isn't too crazy, so that's a positive sign for this final leg of accumulation to happen. And let's go to the daily and see what's happening, because last time we talked about, or we asked about, is this another sign of weakness? Maybe that's really is, but what's more important is the price stayed above this upward trend support line, and over the past 5 days, including today, it has been exhibiting this behavior as well. This line over here, this is extended from the sign of weakness basically, plus this little peak over here, as well as the support around these candlesticks. And over the past 3-4 days, the trading has been around this line, so the bulls and bears seem to be saying like, okay, this is the level that we're comfortable with without pushing it too crazy above or too crazy towards the downside. Just that it's getting nearer and nearer to the tip of the triangle. So not only that, there is also one more thing that's going on here, that pennant. So if this really isn't, let's say if it really breaks outside of this first triangle towards the upside, positive scenario first, the pennant near the middle of September, so within 2 weeks time, there will be 2 breakout events going to happen. While we're having another LPSY over here just on Sunday, it doesn't mean that this distribution cycle is over. It may actually mean, given what we've seen over here, the squeeze may be happening in the next few days when the price further consolidate. There's potentially another leg towards the upside to challenge the first light blue key level, and then eventually the blue level at 0.32. If you are in the bulls team, hopefully that's going to happen for you, so you can celebrate a little. If you're in the bears team and hoping it to come down for a new accumulation cycle, what the volume as well as the chart is indicating, the likelihood is less than this happening. Not that it's zero chance, but there are multiple supports that it has to go through, and currently the support that we have seen is pretty strong from the downside. So the likelihood of it going to challenge one more time, irrespective of where it ended with, is still higher. Plus, what we have seen in the weekly chart here is showing the end of the distribution, so accumulation, sorry, the end of an accumulation. So the tendency towards this side is more likely, and that's why I say in the daily, maybe that's what we're gonna see in next. Finger crossed. If you're in the boost team, hopefully it's time for you to celebrate. If you're a bear, don't be disappointed when the price really comes to a breakout. If it really falls to the downside and you catch the wave, remember to set a stop loss. Maybe that's a fake bear, and then it rebound somewhere here just to show us a sign of weakness, and then eventually it will return for a second test. So I'll put a sign of weakness, still adding a question mark because we may come back to that next week, and then yeah, let's hope for the good things to happen.